Hey guys! I had a dermatologist appointment with my husband, and I also got a car wash. I could tell that my car wash guy was distracted because I had to take it back again because they didn't wash the inside of my car. And then the outside of they usually they do a perfect, impeccable job, but I think with everything going on in current events and car washes, maybe that's why. So whatever. But I will still be taking my car there. I take it there once a week. Anyways, so I went to the dermatologist um, for a cyst removal on my foot. So women wear high heels and shoes, and it's just a very common phenomenon. So I think there was like a steroid injection in the heel of my foot, and I think that it's supposed to be better by next week or whatever. And then if it comes back, I think I have to go back. And then if you see all these dots that look like cute little freckles, I have something, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like sebaceous oil glands or something about oil glands, and then it gets really big. So he burned it off, and I might have to go back and just do it periodically. And also he gave me a prescription so that I could do this skin cream thing every single day. But basically he said that it's genetic, which is what my prior dermatologist told me as well. But it's just like, so this is the third dermatologist that I've seen. The first two that I saw were from Dermatologica Institute of Beverly Hills, and it's this really fancy place in Rodeo Drive. And the doctor that I saw was this junior type of dermatologist, Dr. Ellen Lee, and she told me that it was milia, and then she prescribed this cream for me that's supposed to exfoliate and that it would get rid of it, but it didn't work. So I went to go see for my so I decided to switch over to Dr. Bedrusian because he's a award-winning dermatologist. He's won a bunch of awards, and I think he's the owner of the Santa Monica and the Beverly Hills location for Dermatological Institute of California, and he's supposed to be one of the best dermatologists in California or whatever, or in the US or something like that. But honestly, he's so busy that if I booked an appointment with him, and he talked to me for 3 to 5 minutes, and he was just talking really fast and didn't answer all of my questions. And then when I brought up, I was like, oh yeah, Dr. Ellen Lee told me that it's milia that's on my these little oil gland bumps or whatever, and that she prescribed something but it didn't work. What do you think? And he said, he was like, who told you that's milia? And then he's like, oh, that's genetic. Does your mom have that? And then he was just kind of he was condescending, and he was not nice about it. And he said, in this really serious tone, the only hope, or the only method, is to burn it off or whatever. But he didn't explain the process at all. And he said, but it's going to scar and it's going to come back, is what he said. So basically he told me that it's hopeless and I'm stuck with this forever, is basically what he said in a nutshell. And that was was last year? It was 2 years ago or something. After that, I just felt so depressed when he said that. Only because in this day and age, everyone wants perfect Korean. I'm Korean. Everyone wants perfect Korean glass skin, and I get skincare. I was getting skincare and facial massages once a week, and nothing was making it go away. And the skincare person didn't know. And then the first dermatologist that I saw there was clueless. And then the second one was basically saying that I'm stuck with this forever and there's nothing he can do to fix it. So I was just well, if he's the best dermatologist and he's saying that there's no hope for me, I guess that's my fate. Okay, whatever. And I lived with it. And then anyway, so long story short, I moved recently, so I decided that, and I also don't like that doctor. Dr. Bedrusian, he's just not nice. I think all those awards and accolades have gone to his head because he's not a humble doctor, and in fact he's not nice and he's not helpful. Complete waste of my time in hindsight. Anyways, I saw a new dermatologist today, and my appointment with him, he answered. It was Dr. Sal from LACA, LACA, and they have like 2 or 3 different locations in Southern California, I think. And he was just so nice. He's like very hip, very knowledgeable, so nice. And he answered every single question because like usually when I see a doctor, I make notes because I forget like on the spot. So I try to make notes for myself, and then I like go through the list, and he answered every single question so nicely. He was so kind. And then like he would just like go above and beyond. Like if I brought up concern to him, he took it so seriously. And then he gave, for every like concern that I had, he gave me 2 to 3 options, at least, no, like 1 to 3 options. And he's like, oh, like you can do this, you can do that, you can do that. And I was like, oh yeah, I did discuss that with my PCP, primary care physician, my primary doctor. And then he told me about this too, but I didn't know about that option. So I could just tell like this guy like, really knows his stuff. And then he, like all throughout, he was just so gentle and so nice about everything. And then I brought up the thing about the like what's on my face that's growing. I don't know if you can tell, like the bumps. And I told him about my allergic reaction that I had a few weeks ago, and how that made it even worse. And yeah, he was like, I think he gave me 3 options for it. And then one of them was like the burning off option. And then it turns out it's just like a little tiny needle, which I didn't know. And then he just like pricked it a little, and it looks all super cute. Like I have a bunch of freckles. And then I might have to go back like once a month, but that's completely fine. And then he also prescribed like a cream that I need to do every day apparently. And then like, how come this doctor knows this, but then the other doctor who's won like so many awards and accolades, like I'm sure he knows. But I just feel like Dr. Bedruzian is like gatekeeping, like something really off about that guy. I want to leave a 1-star review for Dr. Bedruzian, but I heard that the dermatologist community is like a very tight-knit small community, and they all know each other or whatever. So yeah, I don't know, we'll see. I might want to leave a 1-star review for Dr. Bedruzian in all of like Google and Yelp and whatever, only because just like he's just really not nice. Like anyways, so yeah, Dr. Sal from LACA, I think it's LACA, he was so nice. And before going there for the first time seeing him today, I went on Yelp and I saw them, and I did notice that they have all 5-star reviews, but there were only 3 reviews. So that's kind of like, it's not a red flag, but it's kind of like, are they like inexperienced? Like, are these fake reviews? Can I trust them? But from the photos, it looked really clean, and I'm familiar with the area, so I just decided to go. And then when I walked in, like it was just so great. He greeted us at the front, and he was so nice. Like, yeah, it was just great from the beginning. First impression, so great with Dr. Sal. And then even leaving, and like everything was just so nice. And like I look forward to going back to him. Like I like to like my doctors. Like I love my dentist, Dr. Mitch Levitt. He's so great. He's like a friend. He's so cool. And I love going to the dentist. And he's like my favorite dentist ever. So whenever I have a dentist appointment, I love going there. So like I feel like the same for Dr. Sal. Like I just like really love him from the get-go. So if I need to see a dermatologist at least once a year, or I don't know however many times I need to go for this issue, but like I'd be happy to see him, and it won't be like a chore or whatever. It'll be kind of like seeing Dr. Mitch Levitt, my dentist. Dr. Sal is like this really cool dermatologist, and yeah, I'll like going to see him. So it's always nice when the doctor answers all of my questions, and they're super helpful, and they're nice. Like they're smart and nice and helpful. Like that's really great. And I got a car wash. And yeah, so I feel so happy, and I'm so thankful to Dr. Sal because the prior doctors were completely, the prior dermatologists were completely useless. Like I think that they have Dermatologist Institute of Beverly Hills and Santa Monica. They have, I'm gonna say at least 100 reviews or maybe more, and their rating is 4.7 or to 4.8 or whatever. So you might think and he's award winning, but turns out that he just has so many clients, and he only cares about money. Because when I point out a mole to him, he's like, yeah, I can remove that's gonna be $500, and he doesn't explain anything. But Dr. Sal from LACA is just so great, and he's so patient, And I'm so excited and I'm so happy that he's gonna help me with this issue.